Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for it is week 16, day 1, April 17, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, welcome Jedi traders. It was all about Netflix today. Netflix starting out the earnings season as we get rolling here. So let's jump right into the chart, see how markets trending today. And let's start right out with the technical momentum outlook for the week as posted here on Sunday. The bottom line, watching for price action to move either direction as we have lost some of that direction underneath the daily 10 and 50 EMA, and looking downwards to the period moving averages, whether you're watching the EMAs or the SMAs, price action next level down to 200. But if we're to regain any strength, it would be to the upside, and that's exactly where the Globex session was headed this morning, as price action pre-market already heading up to the Globex highs, as we can see here on the three indices on the NQ, the YM, and the ES, just about 45 minutes prior to market action, and just slightly pulling back. So how did trend end up being working out for today's session? All right, let's jump in NQ pre-market on the MMLs, Murray math levels. Taking a look here, we were looking upside to 53.90.75 on the 15-minute charts. Also on the 60-minute in the upper corner here, we can see the major support resistance, anything upside from there, as all three charts showing the MML lows. NQ sitting at the bottom, getting some strength downside, and NQ all the way upside. That's right, finishing up at the upper levels up here around 5,400, 53.90.75 right there, average daily range. A little bit of resistance here mid-session, as we can see here on the NQ MMLs mid-session here off the reject here, 53.90.75. All right, ES this morning, we were looking at the pre-market chart here, price action off the MML lows here around 23.28.25. First stop 23.36 and up to 43.75. You could already see we were breaking over here on the 60-minute chart above the weekly VWAP and off the lows here of the 4-hour chart. So nice start to the day as price action started to lift. And let's take a look at the ES full session here. Bang! Opening price 30.75, finishing up here at the highs around 45.75 as price action here to the MML high. So nice trending session. Again, you got to ask yourself, what were you thinking if you were thinking the short? Everything was showing to the upside here all across the board, with some opportunities for pullbacks. If trade management took you out, you had an opportunity to get back into the trade. All right, YM faring pretty much the same off the lows here, 449 opening price, all the way through the average daily range and up to the MML highs. Nice trending chart, solid Heikin-Ashi bars, tails up to keep you in the trend or pullback re-entry opportunities. Nice move on the YM. All right, charts of the day as we headed up to the highs again. I mentioned the MMLs. Nice move from the lows all the way up to the highs resistance. One trend, take off halfway or run all the contracts, or one off, one runner on, take a piece of the pie, however you decide to manage the trade on the way up. That was the strategy for today, and we'll go ahead here in a moment, show you that most of the charts, whether they were the GC, the gold, the yen, the euro, also managing to run from one end to the other. A little bit of chop along the way, but not too bad, as the NQ alt chart of the day here. Nice move, AM session off the lows, average daily range low. You got everything in sync here on the market open here, or actually pre-market, I apologize. Here's your market open, so Globex already moving up. You had to move up, pull back, maybe trade management took you out, but then the final move here to the ADR high or running up a little bit higher. All right, let's jump right in to the charts as we saw them today. Let's get right into the trend here. There we go. Taking a look at the market profile. Again, market profile pretty balanced here today. We got outliers at both ends. 70% of today's trading range right here in the orange section, with the 600-day VPOC here on the NQ sitting at around 53.67. So you can see today's low just about reaching to the 600-day VPOC, finding its support there. ES again, a little bit of weak on top, pretty much sitting in Thursday, as Friday session was a holiday. So a little bit of weak top here. We would have liked to see price action lifted up. So at some point, market action, most likely after 2 days, both Thursday and today, Monday, we'll have some repair. So perhaps we follow in with some value building up here, closing out the VPOC eventually either tomorrow or the follow through in the future. Daily gaps still all-time highs up here, 54.81 up here, 161 all the way up to 24.01. As we can see, the weekly opening here, 69.25. So nice start to the week. As last week, we pretty much never broke above last week's open. This week already starting up high. Usually Tuesday being our rally session, not getting that. So starting out on Monday on a rally. Nice move, as we can see here, NQ lifting up, and the YM and the ES. All right, jumping over to the daily charts, as we just had mentioned before, in the overall big picture for the bottom line for the week. Again, watching that price action between the 50 and the 200 to move in either direction, and exactly what we got. We're watching for that break above the 10 and the 50 period moving averages. So here we could see on the NQ, again, the NQ been faring better than the ES and YM all along, but here we could see price action lifting back not only above the 50, but also the 10 period moving average here on the NQ as we continue to sit at the MML highs. Let's jump over to the daily YM. Again, the daily YM has been struggling even more as price action now at the lows here, regaining above the 10-period moving average. But again, we got major support resistance here on the daily and the 50 MA up ahead. So we'll keep an eye on that. And the ES, take a look at the ES here on the daily. There we are, regaining some strength above the 10-period moving average. Got a ways down to get to that 200-period moving average, but again, 50-period moving average straight ahead around here, 58.45, until we regain not only upper level MML on a daily, but all-time high here up as well. All right, let's jump quickly, just a quick peek here. As we said, price action all across the board on the indices was to the upside. Also, crude making a nice little move down here, but it was GC, 6J, and the 6E after a nice move up. We could see price action pulling back on the HA bars, and then taking a look at the MML levels from one level to another, as we just saw the three indices down here at the bottom running from the lows to the highs. We could see price action very nicely, and again, playing around with different time frames may be advantageous, whether it's a 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, or whether you have it on a range chart. See here the GC from the highs up here, mid-morning session all the way down. Up here, 6J yen all the way down on a 10-minute chart to 91.99. And up here, the 6E running up from $1.07 all the way down almost halfway. Again, whether you're on a 10-minute or a 15-minute chart, that's up to you, or a range chart. But obviously, we'd love to see price action run in the opposite direction of the indices, making the charts in what I call in sync. All right, AD line, just want a heads up. Again, we were pretty chop at the top. NQ, you could see once we got up to 70, was a little hesitant that we might get any further, but you can see price action ended up pulling back on the AD lines here on the NQ, and then gave that last minute lift right up to 90. Nice market internal to watch for the day. All right, headed into tomorrow. Price action looking on the 15-minute chart here on the NQ. All three charts, 15-minute. We'll be looking for any pullback. We'll watch the 53.71 down to 51. Anything upside, we'll start to look to 54.29 to see if the follow-through on the charts overnight up to 54.68. Taking a look at the YM. Price action on the YM, again, getting that lift off the 15-minute MMLs here, sitting up here at the high resistance. Any pullback, you want to watch to 469 all the way down to 391. Doubtful we might get that in an overnight session. So at least maybe perhaps a 50% pullback. But again, we're lifting up here. 625 might be the level to watch upside as well here on the 4-hour chart. Finally, on the ES, as we again gain some traction up here to the highs, 45.75. Major support resistance and resistance to the high. Next level up will be 59.50 upstairs, both on the 4-hour and the 60-minute chart. Again, you want to keep in mind as the market action opens in the AM session, we'll reevaluate on the charts here with the pre-market trend after the Globex session. All right, looking ahead to tomorrow on the economic calendar. Again, we got economic season rolling out as Netflix posted its earnings here today. Netflix with subscriber growth internationally, not exactly meeting expectations, but growing somewhat some. And EPS upside from the expectations. Again, you always have to take this time of year economics earnings with a little bit of smoke and mirrors. But hey, if the numbers are up, the numbers are up, and that's what we have. All right. Looking ahead, again, North Korea instability, got to watch for that. Again, Washington politics, tax day tomorrow, and price action leading forward. We got a couple Fed speakers throughout the week. Petroleum on Thursday, jobless claims to roll out Thursday. Watch for the Bayes book on Wednesday. All right, Jedi traders, that concludes an insight into the daily trend and technical momentum of the indices and key futures markets. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra, one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at tradingfibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only watch what's in front of me and on my charts. And as always, leave your bias at the door when trading. Markets set to open up here in a couple minutes for the Globex session. Again, watch for the follow through, watch the numbers. Hey, for those of you that are interested in joining us in our community of like-minded traders seeking those highest probability setups, feel free to email me, David at tradingfibs.com. And you may join us any Thursday or Friday to view the live charts as they happen in the trading day. Hey guys, have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. Have a good day, have a good night, and good trading to you.